I'm Alan Weiss, and this is The Writing on the Wall. Listen to me for the next few minutes. This episode's called Urgency. And if you listen just for the next few minutes, your life might well change. You interested in listening? Immediacy means learning something to help you now. We need to create immediacy. If you want people to move, you need immediacy. That's what accounts for urgency. The buyer says the time isn't right. The buyer says, talk to me in another 6 months, or the buyer won't return your calls. Any delay like that means that your value has failed to pass the test. It's not about a buyer vacillating. It means that your value has no urgency. It has no immediacy. You have failed that test. Nobody puts off a great return on investment if they believe it and if they feel it will happen now. And that's why immediacy is so important. So we need dramatic pragmatism. I can reduce your cost of acquisition by 50%. I can bring your attrition rate down to nearly zero. We need some dramatic pragmatism to make people respond in the moment. Time is a priority. It requires shifting. Time's not a resource, it's a priority. You know how much time I have, so the question is, do I give it to you or to someone else? So to shift my time to you, you have to create more urgency than the other person has created. It's that simple. The broader the field, the more the need for this urgency. If you're in something like helping small law firm managing directors, that's a tiny field. You don't need as much urgency. But if you're in strategy work for large companies, you need a lot of urgency. For example, look, what are you spending on strategy now? About 6 months, right? By the time it gets down to your people, another 90 days after that. I help you create strategy in 6 hours. You want to know how? That's immediacy. You have to listen to my next sentence. There's no silver and bronze here. There's only the gold. If somebody says, I'm interested, contact me next quarter, that's not the silver medal or the bronze medal. You're getting blown off. You're getting shoved out of the office. You're getting thrown out. You know, there's no second and third place. You don't get money for second and third place in business. So there's no reason not to reach a proposal stage with a buyer within an hour. That is, after 1 hour with a true buyer, the buyer has agreed to consider a proposal you will send. There's no reason not to be there. If you can't create the urgency and immediacy and obvious pragmatic value to cause a buyer to say, I've got to look at this person's proposal, then you failed, not the buyer. That assumes respect on both sides and not affection. It assumes that you're providing true value and you're not seeking to be liked. So if you want to be loved, as I've always said, get a dog. But even dogs tire of neediness. That was about 4 minutes. Was it worth it?